today's toy spot, Spot's having a look at a couple of the world's smallest toys. We're having a look at the world's smallest army men and the world's smallest yo-yo. Both come to us from the folks over at Super Impulse. Of course, they do have a warning choking hazard as they are small items. So they have a warning choking hazard. Toy contains a small ball, not for children under 3 years of age. And I guess that's not 100% accurate to army men, but obviously the army men are pretty small. This one includes 20 figures. The yo-yo includes one yo-yo. Package-wise, they're pretty much the exact same package. At the top there, you've got world's smallest. And then on the back, doesn't really say all that much other than www.superimpulse.com, introducing the world's smallest little green men, or little green army men. So there's the world's smallest army men. And then you've got something that unfortunately to this day Spot can't do, and that is a yo-yo. This is Duncan, the original world's #1 yo-yo, and is the world's smallest yo-yo. Unfortunately, yes, to save my life, I would not be able to, well, I wouldn't be able to save my life if I had to be handed a yo-yo and actually be able to use a yo. I can't use a yo-yo. I can't use a yo-yo to save my life. I can't also blow bubbles. So two things that I can't do. That's, God, you're awfully a bit of a downer there, Spot. There's two things I can't do. I can't blow bubbles, and I can't use a yo-yo. But it does, yes, actually works, exclamation mark down below. www.yo-yo.com. And on the back, it shows you how to use the yo-yo. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Even if I had a book on how to make or how to use a yo-yo, even if I followed videos, still can't use a yo-yo. On the back again, www.superimpulse.com. There's also a QR code up at the top right there. Bazinga, right there. You can scan that with your phone and unlock the world of potential. Spot's going to take a break though, and I'm going to get these two opened up. I can't really promise I'll be able to do much with the yo-yo, but we're going to have a look at these out of packaging, the world's smallest yo-yo, and the world's smallest little green army men. There's more anyway, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. So in this part of the review, I think more so we're going to have a look at the world's smallest army men, just because I can kind of touch more based on army men growing up when I was a kid. Yo-yo, not so much, but we'll still have a look at the yo-yo itself. It is very, very small. It's about the size of my thumb. Obviously not as round as, my thumb's not as round as the yo-yo. It's translucent green, so you can see the inner workings of the yo-yo. The idea with a yo-yo, oh boy, you're supposed to, I'm going to demonstrate this, but I'm not really actually going to do this, but the idea with a yo-yo is you're supposed to retract it, and then you're supposed to pull it back, and it's supposed to ravel itself back up. I have done this. Oh, and also, look at me admitting this all to you. One other thing I can't do, I can't use a slinky. I had a slinky as a kid. Try as I may to get that thing to go down the stairs. I think it went down one stair and then it gave up. I tried getting it to go down one stair. I gave up because it just didn't do anything after that. But a yo-yo for the same sort of idea, I can't use a yo-yo. There was a yo-yo ball, which back in the day you could unravel and it would automatically wind back up. That stuff was cool because I actually felt like I was talented. On the front there, we've got Duncan Imperial, the original world's #1 yo-yo. World's #1 yo-yo, just again, very, very small. Was it the Smothers Brothers? Now, this is where I'm dating myself. The Smothers Brothers, one of the Smothers Brothers could actually be, he was a real professional yo-yo, I was going to say yo-yo player, but yo-yo user. He was really good. I don't know what happened to Smothers Brothers. I guess it's been several decades, so they probably passed away, but they had like a variety show, the Smothers Brothers show on TV. Quite the expert yo-yo. You don't hear many expert yo-yo players out there anymore. That's something that needs to come back in a big way. Have a professional yo-yo player that comes out, you know, kind of like that new funky kind of, you know, just really cool yo-yo guy that comes out and says, yeah, you know, I'm Jake, I don't know, Jake Steelwell. I'm a professional yo-yo player. And then every kid would want a yo-yo because of him. I don't know why they aren't doing that. Someone needs to come out with being a professional yo-yo user. But there is the yo-yo. Not really too much to be said for, other than the fact that it is a world's smallest yo-yo. So you have that. For me, though, the real draw, surprisingly enough, is the little world's smallest Army Men. Now, when you take them out of the packaging, I didn't realize this, and I end up cutting the packaging trying to get these out. But in some way, they actually do come with their own container. So if you pick these up, do be careful that you don't accidentally cut the plastic. Don't be like Butterfingers here, wielding a knife, just cutting away at stuff. Be a little patient, because there's a container that you can keep your Army Men in. Now, where yo-yos, I don't have very much expertise when it comes to yo-yos. I have lots of expertise when it comes to Army Men. When I was younger, when we went to grocery shopping, there's one grocery store I used to go to, and they had a little small aisle of toys and stuff like that. They had G.I. Joes, and every once in a while, my mom would let me pick out like a little toy. Not a super expensive toy, but one of the ones I used to go to regularly were the Army Men. And I had a whole ton of Army Men. I don't even know what happened to them anymore. But these are very, very, very small. Again, comparing it to my thumb. I don't know if that's a good judge, but Army Men tend to be a little bit bigger. These are really, really tiny. Although very small, they are super detailed. This one's got a little rifle. I don't know what I was going to say maybe he's like the general, but like I'm looking at this guy right here. Of course, would a general necessarily have binoculars? Maybe he would. And he's indicating to the troops, go this way, to which all the other troops are going that way. There's how they stack up to one another. With Army Men, you tend to only get like 4 or 5 of the same, 4 or 5 different molds, and then you get several of those inside the package. And sometimes they would vary. You usually got them in bags. Sometimes you get Army Men with parachutes. There's an Army Man crawling or crouched down, about to take shot. Let's see what else other ones we have in here. This one looks like, again, it's got a rifle. It's not quite the same as this one. You can see, there we go, differences between the two. It certainly would not have sold, but I'm surprised they never made like G.I. Joe minifigures. Like, I guess, they did, but they came with the 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joes. But if they came out with a whole bunch of like G.I. Joes and Cobras, I have to check my archive. I don't think, I say archive, I'm going to check the interweb, see if such a thing existed. Maybe this guy's in charge. Or no, sorry. What I thought was him indicating an instruction to his team, looks like he's actually throwing a grenade. That's a big thing that you have to make a big difference, a big difference between the two. You have to know which one is which. Don't go up to him and say, hey, Sarge, sorry, you had a question? And then he actually has a grenade in his hand. That would not go well. Again, we've got some variations. Let's have a look and see how many variations we have. A couple of different grenade throwers. This one actually is different. He's got his rifle up, about to take a shot. Quite different from this one right here. And even though, again, different from this one as well. Let's see what else we have in here. Those are the same. We've got a couple of crawling. Let's see if we find any ones. Oh, this one's different. I don't know the actual military term for this weapon, the actual name for this weapon, but it's like a little rocket launcher. I want to say it's not clay pigeon, but they drop the rocket in it and shoots it out. They had cowboys and Indians as well. Even as far as recent as me growing up, they had cowboys and Indians, but I guess that's not something like politically correct that you can sell anymore as cowboys and Indians. But there's another soldier. Let's see what else we have in here. Oh, and this one. Oh, I like this one. Bazooka. Well, he has a bazooka. It's not Bazooka from G.I. Joe, although it could be. But you get a good handful of them. The fun part about these, and something else too, you don't want to be having around cats, dogs, anything that's going to necessarily swallow these. They may be the world's smallest, but it's still something that you don't want in your animal's tummy-tum. Because then you have to explain to the vet why Max all of a sudden is not feeling too good because he swallowed a whole bunch of your Army Men. So when you're finished, just take them, pack them up into the supplied container that unfortunately Spot did cut because I didn't realize there was a container inside. Be a little careful opening these up, but when you're finished, you can put them in the container and you can take them on the go. Probably be also careful because these are the world's smallest. Don't take them outside where they could be potentially lost. They are, again, a little bit smaller than a conventional army man. Today's toy spot, we were looking at something a little bit different. Spot was looking at the world's smallest toys. We were looking at the world's smallest yo-yo, which Spot sucks at. But we were also taking a trip down memory lane as we were having a look at Spot's past. Not quite his past, but I guess in the sense of past, picking these up when I was younger, we had a look at the world's smallest army men. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more toy spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.